What's up, everybody? It's John from the Fitness Oracle. I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to take a look at this new format of the daily shows. You may have noticed that we're utilizing video content a little bit more, which is more on the lines of where we wanted to be with everything. What I did want to ask you guys before we get started with today's show was to be able to support us in our mission to help with men's mental health as it applies to exercise and martial arts and wellness in the entire stratosphere of health and wellness. So if you know anybody who is suffering from mental health issues, that are suffering from loneliness, depression, anxiety, stuff like that, just share this with them. Please, please, please help us even more by subscribing to our channel and share and hit the little bell to be notified every time that we release a new episode, which should be on a daily basis. But it's always good to be notified when we come out with new content, right? So remember, just to reiterate, hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our channel, show us that you care. Hit the little bell to be notified when we're releasing a new episode. And again, if you know anybody who's suffering from any form of mental health issues when it comes to depression, anxiety, and stuff like that, please share it with them, as the entire mission of this show is to help others. Hope you enjoyed today's episode and stay healthy, my friends. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the kickoff of the new way of me doing stuff. I am bringing back a lot of old stuff that I was doing before, just going about it a little bit different way. We are kicking off this is our 200th episode, and I just wanted to take some time to just celebrate that, because it's not many times where a person can get to 200 episodes of podcasting. And I think it's well deserved to be able for me to celebrate something like that. So yeah, like I said, I am going about stuff a little bit differently. And to kick it off, next week, we are launching our official home for the Fitness Oracle. Our website will be up and running at thefitnessoracle.com, and please go check that out. We will be we'll be posting all our content there. A lot of old content. I'm going to be trying to slowly bring all the old content onto the new website, and I'm planning on doing quite a bit with it, daily shows and blog posts to support the podcast, my podcast guests. I guess these shows as well. Need to figure a lot of this stuff out, because with all the stuff that's going on with the Fitness Oracle, the restructuring and everything, trying to make things a little bit easier for myself, because unfortunately I am running this show by myself, and it's very hard to do it by myself. I wish I could have some money to pay somebody to come on, but that's a different story. I'm working on it. Anyways, the topic of the week. The topic of this week, we are going to be talking about the most important structure in the human body. And there's a lot of misconceptions surrounding this structure. There's a lot of confusion, rightly so, because this is a very, this is a very complicated structure. It's the second most complicated structure, and it has the ability to move in all three 3 to 4 dimensions: forward, backward, left, right, up, down, and it has a time span as well. So it is very complex. And when I say it's the the most important structure that we have is our brain. Without our brain, there's nothing for us to be around. I mean, the second most important is the spine. And that's what we are going to be looking at today. This week, actually, excuse me, this whole week. We're going to be looking at the spine. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about myths and misconceptions, all the stuff that are surrounding, what's real, what's not real, what's being commonly used. I'm using air quotes for those of you that can't see and then listening to this on your favorite podcast stream. All the stuff that trainers are saying, with a core and with this and with that. We'll get into that on tomorrow, on Monday. On Tuesday, we will do How To Tuesdays. I am going to do a live on Facebook, so you might want to, excuse me, might want to tune into that. And it's only available in the Power Tribe. So if you're not a part of the Power Tribe on Facebook, please message me somehow, some way, send me an email, smoke signals, scream at me, yell at me, get on Facebook and yell at me there. I don't care. I will let you in so you guys can take a look, because it's an important part of what I do. It's a very important part of what I do, or what I used to do. Just trying to figure out how to implement it in this online space. Wednesday will be Q&A. The biggest question that is facing the surrounding the spine and training, quote unquote, training the spine. Sorry, I just have a little bit of sometimes I even shock myself when I say some words like training the spine. You'll see tomorrow what I mean when I'm trying to explain to you why some of these concepts and some of these terms that I'm trying to use to help you understand what I'm trying to do, it just don't make sense. And forgive me, because I'm not the type of person that likes to incent confusion. I'm just trying to impart on you something that you could understand in my context. And I will explain to you as the week goes on what the importance of all these terms that I'm using, these mainstream terms that can incite such confusion and such disorientation that it's, as we go along, you'll understand. You'll understand a lot more. Thursday, Throwback Thursday. I am going to talk about how I came into my little journey into how I got into understanding how complex the spine is, and how I actually figured out different ways on to train anybody in any situation that they're in, whether they're blind, whether they're paralyzed, whether they're whether you have scoliosis, whether you have this, whether you have that, whether you have a slip disc. I will go back and I will explain to you my way of how I got into how I got my knowledge, so I can help you, no matter what position that you're in, to get you stronger. And on TGIF Hot Fridays, we are going to go into a little bit of I'm going to go off. I really like hot TGIF Hot Fridays. I really do. And Saturday, we're just going to recap the entire week and introduce to you guys the next month, which we will be in the next month on Saturday, which will be Saturday, October the 2nd. And we will be, I will introduce what we're going to be talking about throughout the month of October. With that, I do want to impart on, I do want to remind you guys that, yes, we have changed the way things are going on in VO Fitness and the Fitness Oracle just a little bit in Fitness Oracle. I'm adding a little bit more to the Fitness Oracle. I think for the for VO Fitness, we are going to be going into a little bit more streamlined, into a little bit more um, easier way for me to give you the best content possible. Um, it was hard for me because I was so all over the place that I didn't have a plan. And that's something we're going to be talking about extensively throughout towards the end of this year. The importance of plans and sticking to the plans and giving you the tools to stick to your plans. And sometimes the importance of forgetting about your plan, as I did, and something happened to me and I was just blown away by it. Yeah, I just you guys know, I just did come back from vacation, well needed, much needed vacation. And time of this recording, my lockdown, my quarantine is almost over. So I had revelation after revelation after revelation after revelation. And when I came back last week was probably the most eye-opening week that I've had in a very long time. And I'm talking about maybe 15 years where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do in order for me to get to where I want to be. And we will get into some of that stuff throughout the week. Even in my lives, I probably most likely will be touching up on them in my lives. It's so important. I'm just going to touch up a little bit on it right now. It's so the biggest thing that you could do to benefit yourself in a time of change. And yes, it's not just a time of change where we're going in from summer into fall, and that is a big change in the human anatomy and human anatomy, human psychology, and human the way we look at ourselves and the way we look at our lives. It's a massive transformation, the change from summer to fall. I'll go into it a little bit now, just so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. When we get into this time of year, we have a tendency of becoming a little bit more efficient. Efficient because we understand that there are hard times coming ahead of us with the winter coming up. So we got to work our butts off to make sure that we have enough food, shelter, water, so that we can survive the winter. And this is probably, if you ask me, this is the best time to start making your plans for the next year. Not January 1st, like everybody else does. Now, October, end of September, beginning of October. These are the best months. This is the best time of year to start making your plan of what you want to achieve the following year. And in the 7-Day King Blueprint, we really drill it down. We drill it down from your end game, which is your deathbed, to a 1-month plan and everything in between. 5-year plan, 1-year plan, 6-month plan. And it's just as simple as that. This is the best time of year because this is the most amount of clarity that you're going to get. The winter is upon us. Spring is long gone. Summer is done. And it's time to buckle down and get some work done, because this is the time of year that we need to start to prepare for the winter months ahead. And this is ingrained to us from the very dawn of time, when when these months were starting to come up on us, and we understood that we need to get the meat for our families, get the food for our kids and our wives, get some shelter to make sure that we have somewhere to stay away from the bad weather, make sure that we have enough wood. So we would work, 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 work. Where summertime was more like chill, it was relaxed, and we're like, all right, this is all good and all fine and dandy, and life is good. But now it's time to work, guys. Now it's time. Now's the time to put the work in. Now's the time to put the work in to prepare yourself so we can have a good winter, not a bad one like everybody's trying to say it. Like, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Well, dark winter's coming. Dark winter's coming. No, no. You make your own dark winter. You make your own light winter. That's it. That's all I have to say on that. Anyways, tomorrow we're going to be talking about the myths and misconceptions when it comes to the spine. I'll be talking about just the probably two of the biggest ones that I know. And yeah, you guys should tune in for that one. That one's going to be fun. That one's going to be good. Until then, you guys stay good. I'll see you guys tomorrow.